We appreciate your time and your expertise as always. You enjoy your holiday weekend, all right? Halloween weekend.
Thanks for having me.
Right. Well, chances are the value of your home has dropped over the past year, and experts say it could take decades to recover from the housing crisis. But there is more than just the economy at play here. There's a new appraisal code, and it's very controversial to many. Housing expert Clyde Anderson has been looking into this, and he joins us now live. Okay, Clyde, explain to us how this new appraisal code works. What's different about it?
Really, what's different, they've taken some of the control away from the lender. The lender in the past could call up an appraiser and say, hey, I need an appraisal done, this is kind of the value I'm looking for, and the appraiser would take care of it.
All right, and the controversy lies in the fact that because of this new code, it could actually lower the value of your home, correct?
It could possibly.
So?
Well, what they're doing now, you're dealing with decentralizing it. So when a lender calls, a lot of times they may call a company, or they can't not tell if this appraiser has, is familiar with the area that they're appraising.
Okay.
And so a lot of times they don't know the comps, they're not looking at the true value, and they come in a lot lower sometimes than they had in the past.
They come in a lot lower, and that is beneficial to the buyer, but who gets to say, hey, I want this appraiser? Is it the buyer, is the finance company, the seller? Who does that?
It's actually the finance company. The finance company chooses the appraiser. Again, they're choosing an appraiser, but it may not be an appraiser they have a relationship with.
So that means it's to the buyer's benefit?
It can be to the buyer's benefit at the beginning, but you think about it, once you're in the house and then you turn around and that buyer becomes a seller, it can become a problem, as you mentioned.
Gotcha. Okay, so if you are the seller and you're realizing, whoa, they have appraised my home a lot less than what I think it's worth, that means the buyer may not want to buy it for what I'm asking.
Right.
What do you do?
Well, really, and the bank won't allow them to buy it. So if it comes in less than the contract price, they won't allow them to buy it. So what you really have to do, I've seen some people actually go and get their own appraisal as insurance. And they'll say, okay, well, I want to get an appraiser that I know knows this area. And they're really going to look at all the comparables in the area as well as what my house has to offer.
Yes, but will the finance company accept that, though?
No, but you can challenge it. So they won't accept it as the appraisal to use, but you can challenge it. Then you can go to an underwriter and say, listen, Mr. or Mrs. Underwriter, I'm having a problem here. Look at the comps. Look at the houses that have sold in the last 6 months. They're comparable to my home, and this is the value they got compared to the value that you received here.
Gotcha. What other kind of recourse do you have besides that?
Really, you don't have a lot of recourse when it comes to that. I mean, you really got to do your homework, know your area, know your comparables that are there. But besides that, you're really at the mercy then of that mortgage company and the appraiser.
Well, make sure you follow those numbers very closely so that you're not losing money on this and that you can actually get a buyer finance so that you can sell that house.
That is key.
Clyde, thank you so much as always. Good information. There you go, TJ.
All right, thanks guys. Going to move on to the president here now. This week.